Hello, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to go over finding a derivative of a 1 over square root of x plus 4 using the definition of derivative. So let's go ahead and start with this particular problem. So I'm going to go ahead and take this function and plug into this formula right here. So for f of x plus h, we're going to plug in the x plus h wherever we have x in our function, and let's go ahead and start with that. So we have limit as h goes to 0. It's automatically limit as h goes to 0. And we plug in x plus h here, so it becomes 1 over x plus h plus 4 and square root of that minus f of x is just this right here, 1 over x plus 4 and square root of that. Okay, and everything divided by h. So this is what we get. Now we're gonna go ahead and simplify the numerator part. So we have fractions. We're gonna use the common denominator here on top, so let's do that. So we have fraction and fraction, and we're taking the denominator of both these and making it a common denominator. So it becomes x plus h plus 4, and the other one is x plus 4. So this becomes a common denominator. So when we do the next step, so the first term becomes, we multiply the common denominator here, so this cancels this one, so the first term is going to be x plus 4 square root of that, and the second term is going to be, well, when we multiply this with this one right here, so this cancels out this one, you're left with x plus h plus 4 and square root of that, and everything divided by h. In the next step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this denominator with this h, because they both are in denominator. So we have x plus 4 on top minus, in parentheses, we have x plus h plus 4, just this part right here, and this part becomes with this h because they both are denominators. So we have x plus h plus 4, and we have x plus 4. Okay, so now here we have to do what is called rationalizing the numerator or denominator, either or. So I'm gonna rationalize the numerator. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply, we're going to treat this a and this b, so it's a minus b, so we're going to multiply with a plus b. So the only thing we're going to change is we're going to change this to positive, so we're going to multiply with this plus this divided by this plus this. That's the next step. So we have x plus 4, and we have square root of that, minus x plus h plus 4. Alrighty, so then I'm going to go ahead and multiply with x plus 4, and then this negative, I'm going to change it to positive, x plus h plus 4, and then also divided by the same as we multiply with to keep it consistent. So go ahead. All right. So plus square root of x plus h plus 4. Okay. This is 4, and this is h, just to be. And then we also had a denominator already, which was h times we have x plus h plus 4 square root of that times x plus 4 square root of that, and there's a square root right here too. All right, so we got a little simplification to do here, so let me go ahead and go on to the next slide. So here we go. All right, so we have this is equal to x plus 4 square root of that minus x plus h plus 4 and then we have x plus 4 square root of that, and this negative becomes positive as it was before. I'm just copying the terms from previous slide. So this is x plus h plus 4, we have that, and in the denominator we had h times we had x plus h plus 4, and then we had x plus 4, and then we had another term from here since we multiplied and divided, x plus 4 plus square root of x plus h plus 4 right here. So this is our denominator, and of course the limit as h goes to 0, don't forget that part. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and simplify it. Now we have terms where we have a minus b, like this is a minus b, this is a plus b. So we know that when we have a minus b and we have a plus b, when we multiply these two what is it called, two expressions, we get first term square minus second term square. Okay, that's the concept that you have to know already. So this becomes a square, so our a is here, so in the numerator or on the top we get x plus 4 square root of that square, that's our first term, minus we get x plus h plus 4 square root of that square, that's our second term, so a minus b, and in denominator we get we're just going to leave it like that. We don't need to simplify it as much. Actually, we don't have to simplify it at all, just leave it like in the expanded form, because I'll show you it'd be a lot easier just to do it at the end. So just write this, and we have x plus 4, and then of course I have to expand this to x plus 4 plus square root of x plus h plus 4. Okay, so we have denominator this and numerator that. Let's go ahead and simplify this further. So we have this square root and square, they undo each other, so you're just left with just x plus 4 and minus this square is gonna undo the square root here, so you're gonna be left with x plus h plus 4 and everything divided by h times x plus h plus 4, x plus h plus 4, this is plus, not multiplications, and this is x. It's not good, just give me a second. All right, now it's better. So it's x plus h plus 4, and we have x plus 4, and then we have this one, square root of x plus 4 plus, this is all denominator, x plus h plus 4 right here. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and simplify it in the next step. So let me go on to the next slide, and we can go ahead and simplify that. Here we go. All right, so we have this is equal to limit as h goes to 0. So we have x plus 4 minus x plus h plus 4, and then in the denominator we have h times square root of x plus h plus 4 and times square root of x plus 4, and then we have this other term, we have square root of x plus 4 plus square root of x plus h plus 4. Okay, so that's what we have, and let's go ahead and simplify this. So this negative is going to change everything inside, so it's going to become x plus 4 minus x minus h minus 4, and in the denominator we know as h goes to 0 let's do it a little later on. Okay, that part right here, so let's go ahead and write that down. So we have x plus h plus x plus h plus 4, and then we have x plus 4, it's a lot of writing, and then we have square root of x plus 4 plus square root of x plus h plus 4 right here. And let's go ahead and simplify this. This x cancels this negative x, this negative 4 and 4 cancels out, so you're left with negative h here and h here in denominator. So when you divide it, you're just gonna left with negative 1 on the top, and here in denominator we're gonna have just x plus h plus 4 square root of that times square root of x plus 4, and then we have square root of x plus 4 plus square root of x plus h plus 4. Okay, and make sure this is in the denominator part. So now we're going to take the limit as h goes to 0. So what happens? So limit as h goes to 0, your h terms are going to become 0 here, right here. So this is 0. So now we're going to go ahead and simplify it furthermore. So let's go ahead to the next slide. Okay, so this is equal to, we got negative 1 on the top in numerator, and in denominator we have x plus 4 square root of that times x plus 4 square root of that. Once the h term becomes 0 as h goes to 0, and then we have square root of x plus 4 and plus square root of x plus 4. Okay, so when this after I'm doing next step after this one, so h becomes 0 in our denominator term. So this is what we left with as limit of the function as h goes to 0. So now if you look at it, this is like if you treat this as like a and this is a, so this is just a square. So we're taking x plus 4, square root of x plus 4, and we're squaring that. And here we also have like a and then we're adding an a, so that becomes a plus a equals 2a. So this becomes 2 square root of x plus 4. Okay, so when we take a square, negative on the top, so this is taking a little bit longer, so here we go, so -1 on the top. And when we do this, we take the square, that undo the square root, so we just left with just x plus 4. And here we are left with 2 square root of x plus 4. You can simplify it further. You can leave it like that, or you can say, okay, well, this is x plus 4 to the 1, and this is x plus 4 to the 1/2. So you also can simplify it further to this expression, 2x plus 4 to the 3/2 power. So this is another simplification of this particular value expression. All right, so this would be it. It's pretty long, so hopefully this helps.